Hello there, welcome to Alchemize Yourself Tarot. We're going to be doing a 2-pile pick a card reading, exploring the fire and the ice dynamic between you and another person. We're going to be exploring whether they're really passionate or fully detached, or whether or not they're action-oriented or emotionally shut down. So what's consuming them? What's keeping them frozen? Why are the two of you in separation? And we're going to examine our piles. For pile number 1, we have this spiral mollusk fossil. And for your cards, we got the mice and the rider for pile number 1. And for pile number 2, we have this carnelian stone. And for pile number 2, we have the whip. And we have the poppy. So take a moment and think about which pile is resonating with you at this time. Use your intuition. What was the first pile that you felt drawn to? And sometimes you're even drawn to both. So just take a deep breath and really think about the answers that you want in this situation. And the timestamps will be in the description box below. We'll see you at your pile. Hello there. For those of you who chose pile number 1 with the mice and the rider, the mice card showing up here shows that there has been a sense of loss, depletion, and anxiety. And this is indicating that this connection has created worries and stress that need to be released. And this also represents like the small persistent issues that are accumulating in this connection or in your person's life. This is advising that you need to address any sources of concern or instability promptly, to take proactive measures to protect your energy. This could also be your person being very protective over their energy, their resources, their time. You could be dealing with a highly anxious person. I'm getting somebody that's in survival mode when it comes to protecting their resources, possibly their family or their community. And they may be only out for themselves, protecting themselves. I'm picking up on this, but there's also this strong desire to come forward with communication with the rider. The rider is a good sign. This is somebody that's open to communication, clearing the air, wanting to meet up in person. It goes beyond just the letter and the Lenormand. You know, the rider actually comes forward. And it's also the arrival of, you know, significant new information coming in, or the start of a new phase, urging you to remain alert and adaptable in order to navigate the changes that are coming ahead. So you need to be prepared. This person could come in with communication. They may be wanting to communicate about what's been going on in their life. I'm getting that there's maybe even things beyond this connection that are really eating away at your person. I see the mice as something eating away at a connection or at somebody's sense of well-being. But I'm getting that you may end up visiting or meeting up with this person. You know, the horse is somebody that is an action taker. So the fire actually is here. And I feel like what's fueling this is this fear and this anxiety. this need to come clean about something, needing to express themselves. Right? It's you can only let something eat away at you for so long before you start to take action. So they're definitely in the energy of wanting to take action, which is a good thing, especially if you're feeling anxious. You may be feeling that mice energy as well. Like you may be feeling really self-protective right now when it comes to this connection. And that's why you're here for answers. So what is the passion that's consuming them at this time? What passion is consuming them? Well, the Emperor and the King of Wands. Well, this is passion, all right. This is all fire. You could be dealing with a fire sign, particularly an Aries. This is somebody that wants to take the lead. They want to have power, authority, and control over the situation. This is definitely somebody that does not like to be in that anxiety. They like to take charge of a situation. You know, the King of Wands, the Emperor, these are energies of going after what you want, being very direct, very assertive, strong, masculine energy. So they definitely feel this strong need to take charge of the situation. But where are they emotionally frozen? Where are they iced out or emotionally frozen? Well, the Ten of Wands, yeah, they're burdened. They're struggling. They're stressed about something. They're feeling burned out. They know that they've caused you a lot of pain, and it goes back to that defensiveness. I'm getting somebody that they like to have control over the situation, but they feel very defensive, burned out. They may feel like they're under a lot of pressure to make something right, to put out a fire. I mean, look at this, this woman, her dress is in flames. So they've started a fire and there's this strong need to put it out, but they're feeling really stressed. This person could be in charge of a lot of things. Maybe they have a lot of responsibilities. We have 3 mice here, so it's like they could be managing things, bosses, you know, people, your person could be somebody that does have a lot of responsibility with the Emperor and the King of Wands. And this could just feel like another fire or responsibility for something that they need to take charge of. They need to put out this fire. But it's like they're adding fire to fire, right? They're trying to put out a fire with fire, and that has not been working because it's leaving you really stressed out. It's feeling like you're inflamed. This person's definitely really consumed with fire. There's a lot of fire in this person's energy. But there is this need to start over with the Ten of Wands. It's reached a breaking point between the two of you. They can't continue to fan these flames of anger or stress. Something has gone on for a long time. So what is the truth that can no longer stay buried? The Tower, more fire, more Mars. The truth that can't stay buried is that something's falling apart for this person. This person could be having, tower moment after tower moment with different people, different things going on in their life. But the Tower also represents they're about to have some sort of breakdown. There's this need to, take action to make some sort of change. And it could happen really abruptly, unexpectedly. The truth is I'm getting that something else could even be going on in this person's life. Maybe they have not told you about some sort of tower moment that they're going through. And they may abruptly just put it out there, like come forward, right? The writer could be, we need to meet up. We need to talk about this. Something's got to change. Ten of Wands and Tower also represents like those abrupt engine could be significant, but it's that abrupt energy of endings and change. And why are they so emotionally guarded? They're definitely fired up because the angel de la nuit. So the angel, I feel like they're getting angelic, universal guidance and messages. They're emotionally guarded because they got some sort of angelic message. I mean, this could feel really mystical, or this reading is getting really mystical because something spiritual is happening with your person. There's a spiritual awakening, and it may have frightened them somewhat, this download or this realization that they're having, and they're guarded. They may fear expressing this to you. I'm getting to pile number 1, your angels and guides are protecting you. They gave this person some sort of download about what they are doing to you. It could have come in through like a warning, protection. There was some sort of awakening, download, or breakthrough that is triggering this person, and they cannot get it off their mind, and they don't want to test things too much because they feel like they're being watched. On a spiritual level. What impulsive energy needs direction? Because this person could end up doing something impulsively. What impulsive energy needs direction here? Because, you know, sometimes with the mice, it's like that'll be a buildup. And it's like as the longer and longer that buildup happens and accumulates, the more explosive that Mars energy is going to be. So what's going to need direction here for you guys? The Hermit. They're needing to do self-reflection. You know, the Hermit is not about being impulsive. The Hermit's about self-knowledge and awareness, spending time in contemplation, seeking light, seeking truth. So they're needing to really think about their own behavior, because this person could be feeling like they're going to get some sort of karma. They feel some sort of buildup here, and I think Spirit has warned them that they may have gone too far with you, right? Spirit's saying, look, you've gone too far with collective. You've gone too far in this situation, and it's time to put out that fire. It's time to think about your behavior, contemplate about it, do some inner work, spend time alone. Your person may have withdrawn or gone ghost on you even with that Hermit card, but I think it's from a place of agitation, anxiety, and fear. And what caused this shutdown? What pain caused this shutdown? What pain caused the shutdown? The Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think a lot started happening at once. Mercury and Sag. It was like this person's getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages. I'm even thinking on a spiritual level, and I think things, it's like tower after tower after tower, things triggering this person, things breaking down, things not going the way they planned. It's like they got shut down because there was a lot of communication or things happening all at once. Maybe you came in all at once with things that were hurting you. But maybe I'm getting even other people are kind of coming at this person. There could have been a lot of movement, travel. You know, the Rider's also a card of movement and travel. This person had to go somewhere, take care of a lot of things. I'm getting somebody that has a lot of irons in the fire. And with all this fire energy, it's like it's causing burnout, and it's causing this need to withdraw and isolate and get their head straight. So I don't think you need to come in with anything else on this person at this time. They need to be able to sit with themselves until they're ready to come towards you more in this Rider energy. You don't want this person to come towards you in that, you know, agitated mice, abrupt, maybe even angry energy. We'll keep it where you can see it a little bit better. So, what are they actually chasing down, though? What is this person actually chasing down? What are they chasing down? Ace of Swords. Well, they want the truth. It's like they want confirmation of something Spirit showed them. Maybe they had a dream. You know, Spirit works in mysterious ways. Maybe they've been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicity. I'm getting that this person wants confirmation from you about something. They want to know the truth. They want to speak their truth as well. But first they have to know their truth in order to speak their truth. So they're chasing clarity. They want answers. They want solutions, because I feel like they've gotten themselves in some trouble here. And it's like they may be seeking spiritual guidance, seeking out solutions, because what's needing to thaw or heal with this person is that, yeah, they're needing to go in a new direction, the Fool. They're needing to take a risk. They're needing to break out of their comfort zone in order to come towards you. Because it's like all this buildup, sitting with themselves, sitting with all these unknowns, is just going to continue to fester and burn away, eat away at them. So it's like they're going to have to take that action towards you to get that truth, that clarity, that confirmation of... I'm getting that this person may even think they're going crazy a little bit. Maybe they're feeling isolated and there's been a lot of movement. And it's like as soon as they have a chance to sit with themselves, it makes them restless, because then they have to sit with their own inner truth. And what it's igniting within them is this Knight of Cups. There's the breakthrough. There's the emotional breakthrough. What it's igniting, what's going on in this breakthrough with the Tower and this self-reflection is that they do feel something. It's like once they listen to their heart, I think this person's has been trying to block their emotions and their feelings. And now it's unavoidable because something has been revealed to them from within. It's like once they open up to their intuition and open up their heart, they sense it, right? There's something mystical happening. It's like they're connected with universal truth. Could even be something that you said. Maybe you expressed a lot to them, but it was happening at a time when a lot of other things were going on in this person's life. And it's like they needed to go hermit. They needed to get away and really reflect on it. But Spirit showed them something. And what's melting these walls? What is melting it? The moon. Yes, something in their intuition. The feminine energy, self-reflection, shadow work, you know, the emotions, it's like cooling off. I think this person started really hot and now they're kind of being forced to cool off a bit and really contemplate and figure out how to come towards you in a softer, more healed and reflective energy, instead of so like burning everything to the ground. King of Swords, they're strategizing and planning, but they're starting to get more clear-headed. It's not like the Page of Swords where it's like all this I feel like the Mice is more that indirect, a lot coming from different angles. The King of Swords is somebody that slows down. They get more deliberate, more thoughtful. That way they can, come to you with direct communication, thoughtful communication. But this is a very cold, detached person usually. I don't think they are somebody that usually expresses emotion. So this could be like a Tower moment for you. You may not be expecting, what this person, them to express their feelings towards you. What else? What else do you need to know? This person does have a lot of feelings that they have been suppressing and hiding for a long time. And one thing you need to know is that you have had a very strong effect on this person. Whether they're showing, they are maybe not showing this at all, but something with the Wheel of Fortune is definitely changing here. Could be that you've gone kind of quiet. You've let the universe and spirit reach this person. Sometimes you have to give your person some space to actually miss you, to contemplate, to process. It's like if you flood them, maybe some of you did flood this person. It's like, but it's lighting a fire under their ass in a way. We have leadership, divine masculine, boss, stable, riches, successful. This is somebody that has the potential to be a leader. We have the Emperor here. So this is about stepping into your power, taking charge of a situation. You have to allow this person to take charge. And I'm not saying that you can never take charge or lead, but in this case, it's like they needed to take leadership. They needed to take back control over their lives, because this person, I feel like they're losing control over their life in some way, which may or may not have anything to do with you. And we have career focused, career over love, financial goals, love in the workplace. So it could be that this person will leadership, boss. They are very career focused. This person may not have a lot of space in their schedule or time for love right now. So they've been trying to stay really focused, and that could be that Mice energy too. They're worried about getting their finances in order. They're wondering about their career, where they want to be in the next 5-10 years, their money, their status. So it's like love could be on the back burner for this person, but it ended up burning you. I think this ended up hurting you very deeply, because this person could have really just shut down and gone ice cold in order to just, okay, we're done going off in this direction, career. What else here do you need to know? Under a spell. Yeah, I'm getting with the moon and the angel de la nuit. It's like they feel something is going on underneath or behind the scenes. Energies are being aligned. It's like your spirit guides may have even stepped in. Maybe you said a prayer or did some manifestation, and they're picking up on that energy. I'm not one to, encourage love spells or anything like that. But there's something about the energy that's manifesting. Something's brewing. Look at that. And the energies are aligning because there's that tower, that's Ace of Swords. It's like there's some sort of breakthrough. And, there's this need to be hopeful, inspired, and in a clear headspace. That's that Ace of Swords. Someone had to get their head cleared. I mean, this person has a lot of potential to be very well manifested, very powerful, very good at what they do. And that there could have been a reason why they needed to pull away. Sometimes people do need to focus on other things before they can be in a relationship or before they can fully commit to something. But we have a past life. Ooh, I'm getting that with the Moon card. They could have had a dream about a past life, a soul contract. Something was shown to this person, especially with that angel card. Could have even been their guardian angel showed them something about some karmic contracts. But everything's going to start to be in tune, balanced. This person's going to start to want to cooperate. I feel like they're not going to be able to really calm down until they have an honest conversation with you. It's like they need to have some sort of closure or resolution here, because there was definitely some sort of karma that played out in the connection between the two of you. Now, what's your advice to close out pile 1? Because I'm getting a lot of like fiery, passionate, really intense energy, but something is cooling off here and coming more into balance. I'm getting strong temperance energy with this card. It's like you need to cool your energy. You need to be very in tune, very balanced. Don't come towards this person when you're in a high state of anxiety, because I feel like that's just going to fuel that fire. You don't want to add fuel to the fire. There's this need to kind of cool off the energy. It needs water. We need some water in here with this energy. What else do we have? Divine Feminine. Yes, we need to get some balance with that Divine Feminine. This person's understanding the importance of feminine energy. Could be that they're really great when it comes to, leadership in masculine arenas as far as that. But it's like, that's where the balance comes in. Divine Feminine energy is what brings that balance. Lessons of Pluto. Patterns of control, power, manipulation, and intense push and pull. Attraction. Intimacy is not possessive. So Pluto, we got Mars here. We've got some really intense, transformative energy playing out between the two of you. But it's like this person likes to have control and power. They're not necessarily thinking with their heart. And that could have been a big problem between the two of you. Or that's what was creating this intensity and polarity. Guilt, shame, and deep remorse over past actions and words are hindering the situation. So yeah, that guilt, that's mice. Something's eating away at this person. Something didn't feel right about the way they treated you at all. They may have been really self-focused, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do believe in self-love, and I do believe that you should never be codependent to the point where you expect your partner to drop that can create unnecessary drama. But possessiveness and control and manipulation was where and when this became toxic. It created some guilt for them, and divine intervention, detour. So there was a reason you needed separation from this person. Believe it or not, as painful as it may have been, it was needed. This person was not going to have that tower moment, that breakthrough, that Ace of Swords, that divine intervention. I think you needed to let spirit or the divine take over in this case. What's another message here? We have freedom, healthy space and room to breathe. Yeah, this person needed freedom and space, and so did you, Hermit. Maybe this has been a good opportunity for you to let this breathe out. Especially really fiery, intense, strong personalities. Sometimes they need that space to cool off. And also magnetism. There is a gravitational pull to each other. Yeah, you're very magnetic. There's a lot of chemistry here. It could be that both of you are fire signs, honest communication. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. Yeah, this person definitely wants to talk to you. And one more little advice message, and then we're going to close you out, send you on your way for today. But this is an intense. There's a lot of passion here. And it's positive energy because it's something's definitely transforming in your dynamic. Yeah, have the difficult conversation. It's time to have that difficult conversation. And I listen to my intuition. It never leads me astray. So yeah, the intuition. Listen to your intuition. And I think this person needed some space to be able to tune into that intuition, to tap into the divine feminine energy, because that's the more fluid, subconscious, shadow aspect of this dynamic, the cooler aspect of it. So we're going to close you out here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading or if it resonated with you. And yeah, have a great day. Good luck. Bye. Hello there. This is for those of you who picked pile number 2 with the carnelian stone and the whip and the poppy themes as your pile. So right off the bat, I'm getting that there has been a lot of tension and conflict and drama between you and this person. And there was a need to remove yourself from this person in order to get peace. Maybe they removed themselves from you, but the poppy represents needing stillness, needing to rest, needing to take a break from whatever you were going through with this person. And there may even be a lot of underlying tension. So if you haven't actually had it out as far as an argument with this person, there has definitely been some sort of need to just avoid the situation, because poppy can also be that energy of escapism, intoxication, avoidance. Maybe there was some sort of argument that came from a sense of not having answers, things being really confusion, there being a lot of illusions playing out in the dynamic, because poppies are that intoxicating, euphoric, but it can also be kind of a confusing energy that led to this conflict. But many of you do want to restore peace in the connection, or your person does. But it did take both of you cooling down any tensions that you were experiencing, any conflict, any disagreements. Also, poppy, I'm getting like with the poppies, like Wizard of Oz, when the poppies are actually used to delay or slow something down. So that could be a theme here that's very significant. And we're talking about fire and ice. So it's like you have that extreme. You have something on fire, but you also have something completely frozen. So this is definitely that tension and that dynamic that the two of you are experiencing, or maybe you're even experiencing this internally. Like, it's like you just wanted to get away from this situation. It was just getting too hot, too heavy, too repetitive too. The whip also represents that, you know, repetitive arguing and just not being able to come to a resolution. So your person may even be feeling like there's no way to really have a resolution at this time. So that's why maybe the two of you are in separation, ghosting, or silent. But don't think that that your person isn't feeling this tension. Because I'm getting, it's like it went from one extreme to the other between the two of you. So let's break it down. What passion is consuming your person at this time? And what do you need to know about it? That was a lot. Should I take it? Well, somebody was definitely blocking and indecisive with that Two of Swords. There was definitely this need, hey, I need a break, blocking out, not able to make a decision, going into hermit mode. Yeah, they went into hermit mode. And they could even feel like this may have been the end of this connection, but something had to change. Whatever fallout or argument happened between the two of you, it's having a transformative effect, because now there's like this Eight of Wands energy. So they may have even thought after this fallout, I mean, this is the whole reading right here. After this fallout, things may have felt like they were ending. This is strong Scorpionic, Virgo. We have Libra here. We have Gemini, Sagittarius. I mean, a lot happened all at once with this connection. But it was because this person was not wanting to make a decision. They decided to go ghost, silent, go into hermit mode, go into self-reflection mode. I'm getting that both of you may have even just kind of blocked out. You just shut down. It was like something just got shut down. And with that Death card, but it's like I'm also getting rebirth though, because the Lover's coming out in the Eight of Wands after the Death card. It's like after this period of separation, it's like something's getting reignited. But I'm also getting someone felt like they could easily just quickly move on too. It was like shut down, block out, move on. That's a lot of energy coming out of the gate. So they are consumed because the Lover's Two of Swords, this person knows that they have to make a decision in regards to this. Whether or not to move on, move forward. This person could have actually left, like traveled, went on a break. Hermit with the Eight of Wands is somebody that left, went out on their own, traveled, left the situation, left the building, literally. Wow, but it is consuming them, and their emotions are frozen because, yeah, they're healing the Star. I'm also getting that with the Poppy. Very similar energy, like surrendering, wanting to release, wanting to heal something. But the emotions that are frozen are their hopes, their dreams, their wishes, their ability to heal. So their healing itself is actually being shut down right now. And it happened really swiftly is what I'm getting with all of those cards happening at once. You may have even felt like this person moved on really quickly. Let's say if it ended between the two of you and they blocked, they may have left town, you know, really abruptly, got really quiet, maybe even started dating someone else for some of you. But there was definitely a major decision when it came to choosing this connection. But something needed to change. Either way, that Death card, you need some sort of transformation in the dynamic. Whatever was leading to this tension or arguing. So what truth can't stay buried? What truth can't stay buried? The Hanged Man. Somebody is feeling stuck. Now someone feels stuck. So them rushing away and shutting down and being indecisive and blocking actually created a blockage in and of itself. The Hanged Man is, now they're stuck in a situation and they're having to reevaluate their actions. It's like, what do they get themselves into? If this person, for those of you resonating with them moving on really quickly, now they're stuck in that situation. They may be in a situation that they can't easily get out of. So it's like they rushed into, or even with this situation, it's like now they're stuck because they're realizing they did something really impulsively. And now they're going to have to figure out a way out of it. This ending, it's like they went backwards. Usually the Hanged Man comes, it precedes the Death card. But now it's like they really rushed to make some sort of change. And now they're stuck with that decision. It actually created a blockage. And why are they so emotionally guarded? Why is your person so... Yeah, because they fell in love. You may have expressed a lot of emotions towards this person, and now they don't know how to process all of that. Now they don't know what to do. Somebody caught feelings. And that could be just it. Maybe they were not expecting to catch feelings, or they were not expecting you to catch feelings. So they're like shutting down because they know that you fell in love with them, that you actually care. And it's like, oh crap, what just happened? I'm also getting that if they just rushed into another connection abruptly, that person caught feelings, and it was like, oh no, because the person that they were destined to be with, you, or take that as it resonates, now they have another situation that they're stuck in. And they're blocked emotionally because this person hadn't fully transformed or healed. It changed everything, but I don't know if they were actually ready for that to change. Some of you may have actually chosen another person and caught feelings too. And now they're like, oh, what did I do? Now the whole dynamic has shifted, whether they wanted it to or not. You could even be feeling this way. It's like, okay, now what do we do? Now there's the karmic consequences for blocking, ghosting, moving away from the connection, then getting stuck. The Hanged Man I'm getting is that karmic consequence. Now they don't know what to do. Now you may not know what to do because there's still a lot of emotions and there's a lot of feeling here. Ooh, this is an intense reading already. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. Now there's a lot of illusions. That's also that poppy energy. Now there's all these options. There's all these scenarios that could play out. Something became messy. And that's where the tension could be building here. This could also be a situation where you're needing to process somebody blocking, going a different direction. And it's like you're left to pick up the pieces and kind of process all the emotions if you did catch feelings. And it was like, it was a situation where this person maybe wanted to be single, wanted to have their options open. And it was like they were not expecting emotions to even be part of the picture. And now there's this shift in perspective because they got themselves stuck in a situation where You know, you're having to pick up the pieces. You hurt people. You play with people and you block people, and then you don't want to move something forward. Then you're having to kind of get messy and rush out of the situation. Someone thought, I'm getting 2 8 of Wands, someone thought they could move forward really quickly, and they can't now. They can't just pretend it never happened. They may try. What impulsive energy needs direction here? I think cards, well, the Devil. Somebody's in Devil. They're being toxic. There could even be addictions, substance abuse, codependency. This person needs to control their lust, their desire, their temptation. You know, you don't just, you know, you play with fire, you're going to get burned. And this person is learning an important lesson. You can't just play with people's heart and emotion. Maybe they did it twice, like back to back, and they're realizing, oh, I just wanted to indulge. And that's toxic, because people get hurt. People do care, and they do have feelings, and it takes time to heal. There's karma that comes with that when you hurt people. Or maybe this person is realizing that they felt more than they expected to, and there's also this obsession, like fatal attraction. You know, you go after a temptation, or you're easily seduced into something. You know, people catch feelings, people get obsessive, people get possessive, people expect, you know, commitment sometimes, and now someone's feeling stuck. It's not easy just to, oh, I can just move on and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot more to it. This person has to do that soul searching, that self-reflection on how they got themselves into this. Because emotions are not always rational. They're real and you can feel them, but they're not easy to control anymore. They can become really out of control really fast when people catch feelings. Maybe they weren't expecting you to catch feelings, and that made you angry. That created some drama. It would, because, you know, not everybody's just out to fulfill their lust and desires. Some people want relationships, and I think this person's realizing. They're realizing that they were behaving really toxic. So what caused them to shut down? Two of Cups. They fell in love. They actually did fall in love. And maybe they've played this game before, and now it means something. Once you hurt, now it's like obsessive. It's love, it's passionate, it's desire, it's possession. And also, someone here, you expected a partnership. You fell in love. That was the expectation of engaging with them, not just to indulge. It meant something. But now there could be an unrequited energy that plays out, right? Because one person is like, oh, I want to just block it and move on and end things. But there's a lot more to that ending now. There's a transformative energy that's coming into action. The karma. So what is this person actually chasing emotionally? What would they actually want emotionally, if anything? Justice. Well, they're definitely wanting peace. They're wanting to do the right thing now. So yeah, justice, hangman, death. It's like now they want to go back and course correct, balance it out, make something right. Because yeah, once you start to get karma, Once you play with people's emotions, and once you catch feelings, everything gets messy. It's like now they're wanting to do the right thing. Like, okay, can I make this right? Can I resolve it? Can we make peace? So they definitely want to make peace. But what needs healing or thawing is this Page of Swords. They need to have a conversation. This person may be escaping, avoiding. They know that there's the emotions are running high right now. Maybe they're afraid of having this conversation. You see, yeah, this person caused a lot of destruction. There's a fire behind this Page of Swords. This person's words, their actions created drama. And it was hurtful. And they're going to have to set it straight with you. Or, I mean, they don't have to. Nobody has to do anything. But I do feel like that Hangman, the only way they can cut themselves free is to have that conversation. Or have a conversation with somebody else. Because I do feel like something got messy. They may even have like 2 different people on them, you and somebody else. That's for some of you, not all of you. Some of you, they just didn't expect to catch feelings or for you to actually care. Yeah, 5 of Wands, it caused a fight, an argument. Some of you don't know. Maybe they're having an argument with someone else now, because they didn't clean things up. They were trying to juggle too many people or date too many people. It's like they wanted to be single and play the field, and that's not working out the way they thought it would, because you just don't play games with people. It doesn't really work out so clean. It's not like maneuvering chess pieces on a board. People can be very unpredictable. Emotions can be very unpredictable. But what is this transformation igniting? They're definitely going through a transformation. Well, it's igniting that 5 of Wands. It wanted to come out. There's going to be some sort of conflict that this person is going to have to work through. And what's going to melt the walls of the ice? What's going to melt the walls? The King of Swords. They can't just be a page. They're going to have to be a King of Swords to clean up this mess. Because they're going to have to explain themselves. They're going to have to be direct. They're going to have to be honest. 7 of Cups. They wanted to keep their options open. They wanted to play the field. This person could be very confused about what to say or what to do. They're coming up with some sort of solution here. But I don't know. You're going to have to really be balanced and peaceful and harmonious within yourself when this person does come forward, if and when they come forward. I am getting they will, because there's an intensity here. There's an obsession here that needs to be worked through. There's just too much here. There's too much energy in this reading to not feel the need to come up with some sort of solution. And King of Swords is somebody that wants everybody to be okay, everything to be okay. Wishful thinking, deepest desires, wish come true, power to manifest. Yeah, I feel like that's the Star. The emotions that are frozen is that their wishes and desires are no longer going to be fulfilled in this energy, Hanged Man. They're not going to have what they want until they clear out that karma. Especially when it comes to you. And also ghosted, silent treatment, feeling left out, lack of closure. Yeah, something they ghosted. I'm getting that with the Hermit. They went quiet. They shut down. And now they feel empty, prolonged grief, deeply affected. This person is deeply affected, whether they're showing that or not. Now they're suffering. That's Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups. It's like they love you and they hurt you. And they didn't know what to do. So they shut down. They shut down. In the past life connection, yeah, there's this strong sense that they've known you before, but under a spell. Maybe they feel like they're under some sort of spell. The energies are aligned. Yeah, there's a lot of tension, but it's going to be possibly a long wait. Time to reconsider, losing hope. Someone's been feeling really pessimistic. It's been a long time. A lot of time has passed by between the last time you two maybe had this argument or this disconnect. So it's like, how do you even come back? But something is brewing. So some of you will end up communicating with this person. Yeah, happy, single, not looking for love, focus on goals, trusting the journey. Yeah, I think this person they wanted just to be single. They thought they could play the field until they caught feelings, until you came along. And it wasn't like the rest. Some of you, they're trapped as far as a pregnancy, right? This is family versus single life. That Queen of Cups energy, it's like a bigger emotional commitment than they were ready for. What else do we need to know about this connection from a spiritual point of view? We have reflect. We attract soulmates based on the lessons we need for growth. Is this hindering or supporting you? I believe this person was not expecting to have a major spiritual test and lesson when it came to you. They were not expecting that. I think they were expecting to be able to keep something very casual. They were not expecting like a big transformation. White flag. Someone wants another chance to make things right. The desire to do things better. So someone wants to make peace. Yeah, they want to do something right. They may want to have a do-over with you. Triggers, emotional baggage is running the show. Yes, very much so. Retrain the internal so the external can change. Yeah, the two of you triggered the hell out of each other. That whip. And I think maybe it was okay to just pretend until there were too many emotions there. Distance. There's too much distance to maintain this connection. Yeah, 8 of Wands. I am getting that. Someone may have just, mentally checked out. But it could be that they went on a trip. Or they may feel like they want to move, like their life is in major transition. And it's like, could be that there were it was like a temporary, or they expected something temporary and they were at a distance. It could have been something when they were traveling, could have happened. For some of you, that's specific. Attract. Set your intentions high and know you deserve to receive love, joy, and happiness. Yeah, you're trying to attract love and happiness. That's what you're trying to manifest. Or that's what Spirit wants you to manifest. You deserve love. You deserve joy. You don't deserve to be played around with. It sucks because one person could be dating just for fun and frivolity, and then the other person's dating like wanting to actually be in a partnership. And it's a mismatch in the alignment, and it's very triggering because you're toying around with people's feelings at that point. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this connection. We have holiday. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. Yeah, I'm getting something happened. It was something about traveling or taking a trip. And someone maybe felt like, oh, I'm on the road, I can have a little fling or whatever. Maybe they travel for work for some of you. But yeah, they wanted to spice things up. They wanted to play the field, guys. And I know that's a triggering thing to hear. But some of you need to know where you stand. It gives you empowerment. That way you can make a better decision on how you approach this connection. But yeah, holiday is something temporary. It's just for fun, right? It's just the energy. Material attachment, too much focus on visible trappings. Someone could be very materialistic, very superficial, in and out. Like, okay, kind of like, you know, a hotel room. You enjoy it, but you leave it, you close the door, you walk away, and you never come back. So somebody was behaving really superficially. They have a wandering, I'm getting somebody has a wandering eye, like, you know, they get easily distracted. But they're getting karma for it in some way. Rendezvous, a private getaway for two. Oh, gosh. We have holiday and rendezvous. Some of you were you met this person while they were traveling. And now there's this obsession or codependency. It wasn't, from their point of view, it wasn't meant to be like that. So they may try to come back into town or have you like as a temporary situation. And you need to decide whether or not you want to do that, especially if you're wanting something deeper and more committed. But they may want to kind of have a little fling, but this isn't a fling. This is something deeper. And also natural evolution. Let this situation unfold naturally. I think this person just wanted to be like, let's just take it as it goes. You know, you have to understand that that's why it's so important to communicate intentions early on. Because you don't want to get and catch feelings with somebody that's only out for a temporary good time, not long time situation. I think that's what may have happened here. And I don't think it was meant to be that deep for somebody. And like I said, that could be very triggering or hard to hear. Rekindle, an old flame returns. Yeah, be very careful about allowing someone back in too, because it's like they want to just play that game. Workplace romance, common cause connections. This could have been somebody that you work with. And it was like, okay, well, let's just keep it casual and fun. And best friend. Friendship is vital to your romance. Could be that it was workplace, friendship, and then, yeah, and then things got physical. Well, what's a closing out message on that? I'm sending a lot of love to you because this may be a very difficult message to hear, because it's like you don't want to hear that your person's been having workplace romances, or you don't want to feel like that's all you were. Nobody wants to feel like they're just a toy to be played with. That's the problem with this. It's like somebody caught feelings. Somebody caught feelings. I create my reality every day. Yes. Every day you get to create your own reality. And what are you holding on to that you need to let go of? Could be that you're needing to let go of this person. You don't want to be some weird, you know, affair, rendezvous kind of person. You want to have love that's real and true, especially if you're wanting a commitment. Some of you may not want that, but you're just wanting clarity. You're wanting answers. I do think someone may return. I am sacred. Yeah, you're sacred. You're spiritual. And everything always works out for me. Right? Spirit's got your back. Everything's going to work out. Even if it means you ending things with this situation, everything's going to happen the way it should. It may feel really intense right now, but I'm getting that it's going to be more intense for this person. More intense than they were expecting it to be. I know this is weird. You may hear it, but there's like a beetle in the walls. And that reminded me of, you know, Practical Magic, when she fears hearing the beetle. That's that like death card energy. So that could be a little bit of an omen or a little tribute to that movie. But yeah, I have wooden walls and I hear that beetle cranking around. So we'll let that be a message. I love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.